congratulate Clemson on another win. I think that's 21 straight or something. Those guys are phenomenal, do a great job, and I do think Dabo's the best football coach in the country, and he's got the best team in the country. So with that, I was so proud of the way that our team fought. They prepared. The coaches had them prepared. They fought tooth and nail with the best team in the country, and came down to the end. I felt like we couldn't win the game unless we were going to make a 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter. So that's why we went for the 4th and 1 at the plus 45. And we didn't make a 3rd and 1 or a 4th and 1, so that was such a key play. But then we came back and have the drive at the end of the game to win, and I felt like with the clock getting down to 1:16 that our best chance to win the game was to go for 2, because we'd been out there a lot on defense and worn down, and they had more depth than we had, and I just felt like it was our chance. And then we still had a minute 16. We were trying to kill some time, but we scored too fast, and Phil thought he had a good play to win the game on the 2 points, and just didn't do it. So I told the players that we're not into moral victories. That doesn't happen. It can't happen, because you got to learn to win. You got to winning's what matters. But that as a coach, you're a reflection of your team. And I told them in my 31 years of coaching, I've never been prouder of their effort, because if I'm a reflection of the way those guys fought their guts out tonight, I'm very, very proud of that.
Mack, is this a game you lose sleep over having a chance to knock off number 1, or do you grow up?
No, you grow. This shows us what we can be. I told the guys we had the best Sunday practice, we had the best Tuesday practice, Wednesday practice, Thursday practice, Friday they were so locked in. It was a fun week to coach, much more fun than the 2 previous weeks. And I also told them that if you do that every week, we have a chance every week to win the rest of the games, because this is who you are, but you've got to be that every day. And we didn't do this tonight. We actually played the whole game. And we even told them in the second quarter, hey, here's when you've been leaving and going home, so stay, let's fight. But we did give a touchdown right before the half, which really hurt us. I hate that. And let them tie it, but we did come back and fight throughout the entire game. We only stripped 1 ball. We stopped them on 1 4th down, so that'd be equivalent of 2 turnovers. They stopped us on 1 4th down, so it's 2-1 in turnovers. And for us to win that game, I thought we had to make something happen in the kicking game, which we did. We tried to block 2 or 3 punts, and we had to force some turnovers, and really we only forced the 1 and had the 4th down stop. And let me say too, Trevor Lawrence, anybody that thinks he shouldn't be in the Heisman race didn't watch this game. I mean, we're after him all night, and he runs away, and he's throwing sideways, and he made a play down here to number 5 that was one of the best plays I've ever seen. It should have been a sack, and it's a 15-yard gain. So give Trevor a lot of credit.
Is a major takeaway
on going for 2? What was the conversation like to make that decision?
There was one guy making that decision. It was me.
And the end of the play call, the option, what kind of went into that? What was
I asked Phil, do you have a play that you think is going to be to score to win the game, beat the number 1 team in the country? And he said yes, and we ran it. And it didn't work.
Mack, during the timeout to set up that 2-point conversion, what's going through your mind? That's a pivotal moment in anyone's career, and one that's as long as yours, that be in that position and have your team in that position.
My job is to decide what is the best chance for our team to win. And we were tired. We had 2 or 3 guys limping on the series before on defense. They've got a lot of depth. They've got more confidence than we've got. I felt like I've always had the theory that the longer the game goes, the best team wins, and they have the best team. So my thought was, go now. We've got momentum. They're tired. They're on the field. That was the best chance for us to win the game. If I had to do it again, I'd do it. I'd run a different play since that one didn't work.
is a major takeaway for you growth, but not just what we saw today, but what happened all week led to what you saw today?
Yeah, that's who we need to be, and the lesson we need to learn this week is be the team we were this week, not today, because the team that practices that way and prepares that way is usually good on Saturday, and we've got to do the same thing for Georgia Tech next week, and you cannot be this kind of team. You've got to be a team that plays to a standard and doesn't play to an opponent.
Aside from
You said you were happy with the play call aside from it obviously not working. Just, was there a specific breakdown or did the play unfold like you wanted it to?
I haven't been able to see it. It did not unfold like we wanted it to, obviously. And Sam fought his guts to get in, but I mean, you work on 2-point plays all the time, and Phil was very confident. If he'd have said, I'm not sure, we'd kicked it. So,
What did you see out of Chaz Surratt today? Obviously, it looked like he had one of his best games. Obviously, that storyline is something.
yeah, Chaz had a great game. It was as good a linebacker play as I've seen in a long time. So I'm really, really proud of him. And, you know, he should get better every week. I mean, everything that happens to him is new in his life because he's never done any of this before. But for us to outrush Clemson is a big surprise to all of us. But it was something that I thought was a big plus for the night.
Coach, I know talking about Surratt, the offense looked really different compared to defense against App State. Did you do anything differently?
I think we played better. We played harder, played with more energy and intensity. And that's who we got to be. We're not good enough if we don't. And when I was at Texas, we were winning all the games. You get everybody's best shot. So our guys were excited about Clemson probably last week before they played Appalachian. And that was a problem. We've got to get so we understand we're not good enough to beat anybody unless we play as hard as we can every week. And we could have very easily been 5-0. We're down to the last play of the game in 5 games. And that's who we are. But we got to understand that we have to work really hard to be good to win a game.
You said, go ahead.
Regardless of the outcome of the 2-point play, is there something to be gained as far as being confident and decisive for your guys in that situation?
I think so. When I went for the 4th and 1, I told the defense, I thought the offense would make it, but when they didn't, I told them I felt like our defense would stop. And we didn't. I mean, it's another sudden change. We got to go out there and make a stop. That's when they went down and scored with 7 points. The second time we went for 4th and 2, we could have kicked it, but we needed to keep our defense off the field. They were on the field entirely too much in that third quarter, and we needed to start giving them some rest. So I felt like we had to stay on the field, and I felt like we had to win the game now. That was the moment. So I have absolutely no doubt in my mind we should have gone for 2. I just wish we'd made it. We're having a different conversation than if we make it. You're all talking about me being a genius instead of an idiot. So that's the difference in 2 points.
You said no moral victories, but I mean, can you point to this game and this effort and say this is what we can be when things click? Is that kind of how you approach the loss?
Yeah, that's what I told them in the dressing room. But we, coaches and players, we got to coach better, we got to play better, but we got to prepare and play this hard. We play this hard, we're pretty good, and that's what we got to do. And I think like Surratt, Sam will grow every week. It's a pretty tough night for a true freshman quarterback against the #1 team in the country to beat. Thought he did some really good things.
You guys good? Thank you.
Thanks,
Glad
Coach.
to see Hal and Chaz